And hello! Hi everyone! So today we're going to do some cooking with Miss Cinda, and we are going to make dinosaur sugar biscuits. So first of all, I have already washed my hands, kids. So remember, before you start, you've got to wash your hands, front and back, and all your fingers and your palms. And the best way to do it is to wash your hands while singing happy birthday. So I've washed my hands already. I've put my apron on. I've put my hair up, and I'm ready to bake some sugar biscuits. So our ingredients includes 227 grams of softened butter. That's about a cup of butter. So I have my butter ready, and I'm going to pour it into my bowl because that's what it says to do. That's all done. I'm using my spatula. So you can help Mum and Dad do this. Okay. And then I'm going to put 1 cup of sugar. Now, I like to use natural sugar instead of caster sugar. So most of my cooking will involve natural sugar. It's not brown, but it's the natural color of sugar. See that? So I'm going to pour that in, and then I am going to give it a little mix so that it's all mixed up together. Can you see that? And I'm going to stir it in one direction so that all the sugar and the butter look nice and creamy. Okay. And then, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to preheat the oven. Oh no. So we'll need to preheat our oven to 180 degrees. If you're using a fan force oven, that's 160 degrees. So let's fix up our oven. So at 180 degrees, I'm going to preheat that. Turn that on. And so I'm going to give our sugar and our butter a stir. Now, what I have to do is I am going to add 1 egg. This is our egg. Now I'm going to break it in the middle right there. You can help Mom if you want to, Mum or Dad. So give it a tap, put your thumbs through that little crack and pull it apart. Ta-da! And after that, just wipe your hands on a kitchen towel because it can get a little wet. So I'm going to mix it around. See that? Give it a stir so that it's nicely mixed up. And then I'm going to add my vanilla. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So I've got my measuring spoons. Let me see. This one says 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Okay. 1 teaspoon there. And then I'm going to give it a stir, just like that, so that it's all mixed up. Okay. And now I am going to add, what else do I need to add? I think I need to add the salt, which is half a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder to our flour. So let's add our flour in. Now flour, we're going to add, I need to sift this one because we're making cookies. So we're going to add 3 cups. 3 flat cups. 1. Give it a stir. One direction, do it slowly. Okay, and then we are going to add I'm using Himalayan salt, so I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt. Okay. And then I'm going to add baking powder. It says to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, flat, 1, 2. Close that up, give it a stir. Let's make it all nicely combined. Okay. And now I'm going to add the second cup of flour, nice and flat, there, and give it a stir. And make sure all the butter and the flour mix together. You can see it forming a dough. It kind of looks like Play-Doh, doesn't it? Okay, now the last cup of flour, nice and flat, add that in. You will need to have the flour just in case you need to add some extra. Sometimes it can get a little, you might need to add maybe a little spoonful or so, but let's all see how it goes. So let's give it a stir, mix it all up, make sure it all combines so it should start to look like Play-Doh. So I'm going to use my spatula to scrape it off the spoon, and then I'm going to give it another stir. Okay, so give that a stir, just like that, and combine it together. And we're going to make it look like Play-Doh. Okay, so this is the fun part, where it gets a little messy. So you can wear gloves if you like, but your hands are clean so from washing before, but you can use gloves if you want to. So I'm gonna get one hand holding the bowl, and you're going to mix that mixture into a dough. Let's mix that up. See that? Oh, and it's starting to look, kind of looks like Play-Doh, doesn't it? So this is where you can help your mum and dad roll it around. This is called kneading. And when you do this, it mixes everything together. Okay. And with this recipe, sometimes, or most sugar biscuit recipes, you would have to put it in the fridge. But this one, you don't have to. And you can feel it when you mix it. As long as your butter is not melted and it is just soft, you will be fine. Okay, so we have our batter. We have some pans. Now, in my oven here, I'm going to use these round ones, and I have my Dinosaur, which I washed. Okay, so I'm going to take a handful, and I'm going to roll it up into a ball, and then I'm going to roll it out into an oval shape, just like that. Put it in my palm and squish. Okay. Not too flat, but just flat enough, like a big biscuit. And I'm going to get my Dinosaur. I'm going to push my Dinosaur in, not too far in. Take it out. Oh, and look at that. It's a dinosaur print. So with this recipe, because it has so much butter already, I don't need to, oh, sorry. I don't need to grease the pan, but you can if you want, or you can use grease-proof paper. So I'm pushing the Dinosaur in just lightly, pulling it out. That's my dinosaur biscuit. I'm going to put that there. And roll. And then roll it like this to make your oval shape. Flatten it a bit. And then put your dinosaur in. Just like that. Now, another way of making dinosaur biscuits is to do the same thing. So we're going to roll it, make it into an oval, flatten it out, and like I said, with your 3 fingers, we're going to make dinosaur tracks. Look at that! A dinosaur was walking on my biscuit. So that's one. And then I'm going to make, so if you're using a big oven, I have 2, you can use your big tray. But I'm using my small oven, so I'm going to do some more dinosaur tracks. Look at that. Dinosaur tracks. And then another dinosaur biscuit. Okay. And my dinosaur has, my dinosaur was in the pan. Okay, push it down, pull it out, roar. Okay. Let's make some more. Roll it and make it into an oval shape. Take your dinosaur, push it in, just like that. So fill up the pan, roll, shape into an oval, flatten, and put your little dinosaur in. Now always remember to wash your dinosaur before you do this, so that it is all clean. Okay. And I'm almost finished with the pan. So let's finish that pan off, and then we can bake them. And we are going to bake them for about 6 to 10 minutes, depending on your oven. But it's always important to preheat your oven. Ta-da! Very simple biscuit, sugar biscuit. Now, if you feel that the biscuit is too sweet, you can always reduce the sugar. And that's the best thing about making your own biscuits, is that you can reduce the sugar. Ta-da! Okay. So this is enough for 2 pounds. So just continue on with the rest of your cookie batter. I need to, so it's a little oily, so before I touch my oven, I'm just going to dry it on a nice clean towel and open up my oven, put it on the first tray, put this on the next tray. Remember, the oven is hot, so Mum and Dad will be helping you to do this. Okay, and now we're going to bake it at 180 degrees for, let's say, it says 6 to 8 minutes. I will bake it on this oven for 8 minutes. And let's start. So, give it a try. These are really easy sugar biscuits that you will keep its shape, and you can use the same biscuit for making all sorts of shapes, and it's very easy for you to make it with your kids. So once it is baked, it should be a nice not too dark, but a light golden brown. Let it cool on the cookie tray, and then when it's firm enough to pick up, transfer it to a cooling rack. So I hope you enjoy that. Bye. See you, kids.